So it remains to be an action-packed Sunday afternoon in Indian politics, 5 hours into counting in the 4 key states, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and Telangana. It is the Bharatiya Janata Party that has registered decisive leads in 3 out of the 4 states, while in Telangana it is Congress that seems to have a slender lead at this moment. In India's Hindi heartland, it is the Modi wave all over. In states it is Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. The BJP is leading in at least about 163 seats. Early celebrations are already underway in the BJP office in Indore.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रति जो विश्वास है वो विश्वास आज के चुनावों में परिलक्षित होता है। आप सब जानते हैं एमपी के मन में मोदी है, मोदी के मन में एमपी है। जिस तरह से प्रदेश में सरकार चली, 18 वर्षों में अच्छा काम हुआ, जितना अच्छा काम माननीय शिवराज जी ने किया, जितना अच्छा काम डबल इंजन की सरकार ने किया, जितना अच्छा काम संगठन ने किया, उसका आशीर्वाद आज मध्य प्रदेश की जनता ने दिया।
And similar scenes are being witnessed in Jaipur as well, where BJP workers are out on the streets leading the celebrations. The party is currently leading in at least 130 seats, well above the majority mark that is needed. The Congress has managed to register just 67 seats. This is a state where it was in government.
मैजिक नहीं कहेंगे उसे, ये विश्वास है। जादू तो वो होता है कि वो लोगों को भुलावे में लाना, मैं जादू की बात नहीं करूंगा। ये विश्वास था जो प्रत्यक्ष रूप से परिलक्षित हो रहा है इन 4 राज्यों के चुनाव में। और इसका मतलब है कि आने वाले दिनों में कांग्रेस अब जानती है कि उसे किससे लड़ना है और वो उनके लिए हमेशा बड़ा कठिन होगा।
धन्यवाद अर्पित करना चाहता हूं कि पूर्ण विश्वास उन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर जताया। भाजपा की डबल इंजन की सरकार, प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का नेतृत्व, गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी और राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जेपी नड्डा जी का मार्गदर्शन और मध्य प्रदेश में भाजपा का एक एक कार्यकर्ता, शिवराज सिंह जी का नेतृत्व, जनहितैषी जो नीतियां उन्होंने क्रियान्वयन की हैं, उसी का फल है कि आज मध्य प्रदेश का एक एक जन जनार्दन असीम बहुमत के साथ, मैंने भी जो सोचा था उससे कई गुना ज़्यादा आज भाजपा के पक्ष में आया है।
Now in Chhattisgarh, the gap between the two parties has in fact widened after hours of close competition. The BJP is leading in 58 seats and the Congress is a stronghold in at least about 31 seats at the moment. Of course, counting is still underway and we are bringing you the latest trends as they are happening. And in the southern state of Telangana, the Congress party's growing influence in the region is palpable, as the party currently leads in about 68 seats. The ruling BRS has registered a lead in 44 seats at the moment.
See, you all know the KCR style of functioning, and in the past 2014 and 18, the pouching is his main agenda. So we have taken some measurements, but after seeing the result today, after seeing the poll, the early trends and everything, we don't see that anything is needed. Such activity is not needed, because at least we will have 80 plus seats.
Standing at the BJP headquarters in New Delhi, and behind me you could see the main entrance gate. The entire area has been cordoned off, keeping the security concerns in mind, and minutes from now the barricading would start to take place. There is no celebration as of now, but any time the party celebration would begin, as the BJP is leading in 3 states, and later towards the end of the day it is expected that Prime Minister Narendra
And also our correspondent Dianu Tomar has been tracking the story from outside the BJP headquarters as well. Take a look.
Joined by Sudhanshu Trivedi. So what do you have to say about BJP winning in all the 3 states and defeating Congress?
I think now the results are showing a particular pattern and the picture is becoming gradually clear, and the picture which is indicating is that BJP is all set to get a very significant and prominent and massive victory in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. I think it is because of the credibility of Shri Narendra Modi as the leader and the policies which he has undertaken, and this shows that the people of the country is gradually having more and more confidence in Shri Narendra Modi ji. So I can say in one sentence that now the politics of India is becoming modified.
Losing another state in South, do you think losing in Telangana would affect the 2024 election?
I think this type of interpretation is not appropriate, because if we would have already in the government, then you can say losing the government. Okay. The government has been lost by BRS. Right. And now the Congress is gaining there. But as far as BJP is concerned, I think we have made a very impressive presence right now. And when the final results will come, we will be having a very substantial leap in the percentage of votes.
My last question, what worked in this election that would work as a milestone in 2024?
The confidence of people in the ability and credibility of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. So it has now become very clear कि इस देश में एक ही गारंटी है, मोदी की गारंटी, and rest of the all are dhapor shank, means rest of the all are just foppa.
Thank you so much.
All right, so that was Sudhanshu Trivedi there talking about the performance of the BJP and also to tell us more in terms of how this has to be read in the political calculus of India. We're being joined by Mr. Sandep Kos, who's an author and also a political commentator. Mr. Kos, this, of course, is a big moment in Indian politics. We are counting down, of course, to the general elections that happen another 6 months from now. But talking about what has happened since this morning, where the vote counting is presently on, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party's show all the way. It is winning, and not just winning, but winning handsomely in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and of course in Chhattisgarh. How do you read this?
Chhattisgarh is a major surprise. Not many people, including BJP supporters, would have expected such a fantastic performance. Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh was everybody thought was closely poised, and so was Rajasthan. And there, again, the performance, I think, goes, much higher than expectation, not of the expectation in both places. But I'd like to take a minute to comment on Telangana, which everybody seemed to be writing off for the BJP. I think, first of all, it would have been a mistake to think BJP's ambition was to form the government in Telangana. It tried to up its salience practically for 4 years, with a clear idea not to be pitching for this, but their goal is the Lok Sabha elections. And when they retreated back about 6 months back, it was clearly with the idea to give space to BRS while having raised their profile, be able to break the anti-incumbency vote. And you see this reflected in a substantial rise in vote share, which has gone up to 14% from about 6%. And this will be its building block going forward. Let's not make, let's not sort of underestimate BJP strategists
right.
to think that they can hope to sweep the South all of a sudden. So they have got very, very clear creeping acquisition strategy for the South. So to say that BJP is out of the reckoning from South and this is a clear North-South...
That's still not the case. Of course, the BJP is still not out of the reckoning. There's still a lot of votes that need to be counted and it remains to be seen.
They will have a strategy in different ways. They're not going to try and, sweep the South. They will get into alliances, adjustments, various things, and gradually make their foray. Because they also know, last minute, post the delimitation, etc., they have a task to gain from the southern vote. They can't just depend on what I call the Hindi-speaking electorate.
Mr. Kos, looking at how this election is panned out in comparison to what happened in 2018. In 2018, it was the Congress that actually won in Rajasthan, in Madhya Pradesh, and also in Chhattisgarh. But the situation is completely different this time round. People, of course, saying that, the common public votes differently in the states and differently to elect the person in the center. But this time round, it appears to be the BJP show all around. What do you think has happened here?
Yeah, first of all, one was very apprehensive of that kind of, results coming this year like it did in 2018, because personally, I don't think the assembly elections and Lok Sabha elections will be decoupled. What happened here is partly, BJP, I think, understood its mistakes in Karnataka, and where it also had its handicap, and they got their strategy and, most importantly, the ground machinery into place. But the bigger message which is coming through, I think people are now beginning to see the benefits of this so-called double-engine Sarkar. Whatever people might have thought of a Shivraj Singh government, they have seen the benefits of the central scheme flowing through, whether it's Awas Yojana or whatever happened during COVID and the rest of it, how it has come in. There might have been a lot of noise about Gehlot's, schemes in Rajasthan, and but a lot of them are repackaging. People don't realize. Maybe it was branded better Chiranjeevi, but you already had Bhamasha of Vasundhara before that. It was just replacing one with the other.
Right.
And there again, what the Prime Minister's credibility carried through, because some surveys have shown the Prime Minister's, to some extent, his popularity in Rajasthan is as much as, or if not better, than Gujarat in some parts of Rajasthan.
Right.
And the last bit I'll add, in Madhya Pradesh, Kamal Nath government for 15 months did not have much to write home about. Even
Right.
then they came with lots of promises, but the delivery was short. So credibility factor also matters.
I think that's an important point that you've raised. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Ghosh, for joining us and giving us that perspective there. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.